sum in page 264. Okay, so take a double page. So for practice wise, what we are going to do is, straight away first we are going to write off all the 11 items, so that the more you keep on writing those expenses, it stays in your head. Okay, so we are going to write all the 11 items, that is 9 on the debit side, 2 on the credit side, irrespective of whatever the question it may be. Let the question may be with the items or without the items, we are going to write it. So for the heading, what you do is, you're going to give the heading as trading account. Okay, look into your sum if there is any name given. There, Mr. Sanjay for the year end 31st December 2017. So that whole thing copy it and put it into your sum. Mr. Sanjay for the year end 31st December 2017. Like other ledger accounts, the same format only over here too. It's going to be date, particulars. Okay, no ledger folio, no journal folio. You're not going to take anything from the journal or from the ledger. Okay, so that won't come. Then you'll have amount and amount. So except of leaving out that journal folio and ledger folio, the rest is the same. Okay, so first let's start with the debit side. What is the first item on the debit side? Is going to be 2 opening stock. The next item is going to be 2 purchases. Then comes all your expenses, the 7 expenses which we saw. So here the trick is, leave a line and write. In case you forget or in case you have a purchase return, then you can include that in between over there and you can finish off the sum. So always leave a line and write for your trading account. Like the other accounts how we do, ledger account also I told you, leave a line and do it, because it will be much more neat and you'll be able to include items if you forget anything, right? So next we are going to write out all the 7 expenses. So the first expense which I can remember is 2 carriage bar freight inwards. Then I saw wages. Then it is octroi. Then 2 dock charges. Then 2 royalty. 2 import duty. 2 cost of goods manufactured. So these are my 7 items starting from here. Total 7 items I've written. So 7 plus 2, 9 items I've written it on my debit side. Credit side is going to be only the 2. Okay, so let's go to our sum and see what all we have, and we are going to fill in those items only. Okay, so first in our sum we have opening stock 570. So in your notebook, come and see where's opening stock. And in this also you will never use the inner column. Inner column will be used only when there is addition or subtraction to that particular item. So here 570 only is given, so that's all. Exclusively you will use it for purchases, purchase return, sales and sales return. Other than that you will not use the inner column. All the other items will go to the outer column only. Okay, so we've recorded opening stock. Next what we are going to see here is we have sales. So sales is 26,200. So sales is on the credit side. Okay, but before writing sales or purchases, always look into the sum whether you have return. So yes, I have sales return of 60 rupees. I told you now, leave a line and write for this only. Okay, so just you can put less over there in the line which you left, sales return. So now when you have sales and sales return less, that means you're going to subtract it. You're going to use the inner column, subtract it and push the values to the outer column. That is the net sales to the outer column. So first let's see how much is sales. 26,200. So put 26,200 across sales in the inner column. Sales return was 60 rupees. Okay, so that will be across sales return. Now you have to subtract it and find the answer. So 26,200 minus 60 rupees, 26,140. So where you wrote 60, beside it itself write it, because if you write it down, it will go to closing stock. You get it? So don't write it down. Where you've written 60, in that same line in the outer column put 26 140. Now again go back to your sum and see what you got. We finished sales and sales return. Now the right side we got purchases 15,800, and when you have looked at purchases, there itself see whether purchase return is given in the sum. Yes, below it we got purchase returns of 90. So go to your answer and you left a line below purchases, right? Put there less purchase returns. So now purchases is 15,800 and 90 rupees is my return. So you have to subtract it and put it in the outer column in the same line where you have written purchase returns. Because if you put it down, it will go to carriage. Okay, you cannot mix match like that. So you must be very proper in writing where your answer goes. So 15,800 minus 15,710. Let's go and see what else you have. You have closing stock 860 rupees. So closing stock is here in the credit side, the last item 860. So the other things, if you see, freight I don't have, wages I don't have, octroi I don't have, dock charges don't have, royalty don't have, import don't have, cost of goods manufactured don't have. So for everything I can just put a 0 and finish it off. Next step, like all other ledger accounts, we are going to balance it. So leave on 3 lines and draw the grand total below on both the sides, on the debit as well as on the credit, in the outer column, not in the inner column. You must draw it in the outer column only. Okay, so now we'll add up the debit side outer column. Inner column work is over. You need not worry about it. When you're doing for the grand total, concentrate on the outer column. So if you add this, you get 16,280. So roughly in a pencil, we'll write it out, 16,280. So this is the total for the debit side which we get. Credit side, if we add the sales and the closing stock, we get 27,000. So the side, credit side, again take a pencil and write 27,000. Now compare which is greatest. Credit side is the greatest. Take that great total, the highest one, and put it as a grand total on both the sides. So now, like other ledger accounts, what you'll do? You'll come to the side which is least. There only a balance carry down comes, right? But instead of the term balance, if your carry down is on the debit side, it will become to gross profit carry down. Okay, and below it, it is better you practice writing it, because you'll remember where you have to take this and go. So you can write it in short also. Transfer to P and L account. So whenever you write this, you'll know, okay, gross profit I've got, it means I must transfer this to the profit and loss account. So let's find out how much is your gross profit. So how do you find it out? 10,000 minus 16,280. How much will you get? 10,720 is your answer. And then lastly, erase off what all you did in pencil and finish the sum.